In chapter 9 of 2 Corinthians, Paul continues his teaching on the collection for the saints, encouraging the Corinthians to give generously and willingly. He reminds them that the readiness to give is more important than the amount, and that God loves a cheerful giver. Paul emphasizes that giving should be done voluntarily, not under compulsion, reflecting the believer's love and gratitude toward God. Paul assures the Corinthians that God is able to provide abundantly, supplying all their needs so that they can continue to give generously. He explains that those who sow sparingly will also reap sparingly, but those who sow bountifully will reap bountifully. This principle illustrates the spiritual law of reciprocity, showing that God blesses those who trust Him and give faithfully to His work. He highlights the result of generous giving, noting that it not only meets the practical needs of others but also produces thanksgiving and praise to God. The generosity of the Corinthians will lead to glory being given to God, as the gift supplies the needs of the saints and brings joy to many. Paul shows that giving is an expression of God's grace working through the believer, producing spiritual fruit and strengthening the bonds of Christian fellowship. Finally, Paul encourages the Corinthians to give with a willing heart, assuring them that God can make every grace abound toward them. He emphasizes that God equips believers to do good works, providing both the desire and the ability to give. This chapter teaches that cheerful and generous giving honors God, blesses others, and demonstrates the transformative power of God's grace in the life of a faithful believer. Let's now read 2 Corinthians chapter 9. For as touching the ministering to the saints, it is superfluous for me to write to you. For I know the forwardness of your mind, for which I boast of you to them of Macedonia, that Achaia was ready a year ago, and your zeal hath provoked very many. Yet have I sent the brethren, lest our boasting of you should be in vain in this behalf, that, as I said, ye may be ready. Lest haply if they of Macedonia come with me, and find you unprepared, we, that we say not, ye, should be ashamed in this same confident boasting. Therefore I thought it necessary to exhort the brethren, that they would go before unto you, and make up beforehand your bounty, whereof ye had notice before, that the same might be ready, as a matter of bounty, and not as of covetousness. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. Every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly, or of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver. And God is able to make all grace abound toward you, that ye, always having all sufficiency in all things, may abound to every good work. As it is written, He hath dispersed abroad, He hath given to the poor, His righteousness remaineth forever. Now he that ministereth seed to the sower both minister bread for your food, and multiply your seed sown, and increase the fruits of your righteousness, being enriched in everything to all bountifulness, which causeth through us thanksgiving to God. For the administration of this service not only supplieth the want of the saints, but is abundant also by many thanksgivings unto God. Whiles by the experiment of this ministration they glorify God for your professed subjection unto the gospel of Christ, and for your liberal distribution unto them, and unto all men. And by their prayer for you, which long after you for the exceeding grace of God in you. Thanks be unto God for His unspeakable gift. This ends our reading of 2 Corinthians chapter 9.